Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode, my 61 years old mother just found the will of my deceased father's parents, and although she is given $20,000, the rest of their estate goes to myself, 29, and my sister, 19. My mother has said to us that we have to give our portion to her. My brother continues to abuse me and attempts to control my life, while my parents ignore his harassment. Not allowed to get food, water, or go to the bathroom at night? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. My 61 years old mother just found the will of my deceased father's parents, and although she is given $20,000, the rest of their estate goes to myself, 29, and my sister, 19. My mother has said to us that we have to give our portion to her. Of course I would give her money if she needed it, but my dad died 2 years ago and she spent $1 million of his life insurance on trivial things. My sister is disabled and easily manipulated, so she said yes, but I feel it's unfair to both of us to be expected to just give her money against what the will says. She is angry and called me selfish, but it's in the will? I will give her some of it because she's my mom and I love her, but surely I shouldn't be expected to give her everything? I feel a bit angry because she was very mean to me, and also because my sister, who is disabled and can't work full-time, might actually need this money to survive. Anyway, appreciate any comments/advice. Get a copy of the will, save on cloud drive. Don't budge. Tell her you're saving it for her elder care when she's older. Get your own lawyer so they can monitor the situation for you in case she forges your name on anything. Obviously, don't sign anything she gives you without a review from your lawyer. My mom inherited $200,000, didn't share it, and spent it within 2 years. She did not take my advice to purchase a rental property to rent out to have a source of income, and she also did not realize she had to pay taxes on it, which was hilarious when she got the tax bill after she had spent it already. Is there an executor? If there is, and it's not your mother, alert them that your sister is disabled, and that your mother is pushing her to turn over her inheritance. See if the executor can set up some kind of trustee to protect your sister's interests. Your mother does not have her daughter's interests at heart, and will waste the money. Yeah, there is. It's my uncle who will be getting half, but he's close with my mom and is trying to get it overturned. Big oof. He lives overseas and just doesn't see the complete disregard my mom has towards money. Tell her since she spent $1 million on dumb things, she can't be trusted with money, and you'll help her if needed in the future. If you give her your estate, she will sell it, spend it, then ask you for money anyway. For the selfish accusation she is projecting, she is the selfish one. Sounds like she already got more than she deserved. She's welcome to hire a lawyer on her own and lose in court. Get yourself and your sister a lawyer. If your sister is disabled and not able to make sound financial decisions, her should be put into a trust. Your mother doesn't get anything you don't want to give. Do not let her guilt you. She's given money as well, so you do not need to give her yours. Please do not let her financially abuse your sister either. Also, get a disability advocate for your sister. A lot of organizations here in Australia. Do not give her any money. This is yours and your sister's money, not your mom's. She's already blown a freaking pound million from your dad's inheritance. Why does she deserve a single penny from your grandparents? They wrote their will because they wanted you and your sister to have the large portion. She's already had $1 million and is getting $20,000. How greedy is she? The fact your sister is disabled and unable to work, she needs to keep every penny of that money for her future. Do not let her give it to your mom. And do not let your mom have any access to it. Do not let her be the executor of your sister's finances either, as she will just take it for herself. You need to speak to a solicitor about this. Take a copy of the will in case your mom tries to accidentally lose it, so she can try and claim the full amount. If your daughter lacks any mental awareness or is unable to make financial decisions herself, you can have the money put into a trust for her so it's protected for her care. But I would speak to a solicitor. Let them know your mom is trying to bully you both into giving her the money. Do not give her a penny of it, and do not let your sister give her any either. She's had plenty of money already, and your grandparents clearly didn't want her to have it. You need to stand up for you and your sister and set some boundaries right now. Stand firm and be clear to your mom that it's your money, not hers. She's had plenty already. This money is for you and your sister's future, and she should not be trying to take that away from you. She's selfish, greedy, entitled, and manipulative. You need to be firm and strong and don't let her bully you both. You deserve that money and it can go a long way in helping you in your future. We'll give her some of it. 2 years ago and she spent $1 million. Why would you give her anything? Who spends $1 million in 2 years? And then expects more? You might not be able to stop your sis from giving it, but you should definitely not give a penny. Doesn't matter, she's your mom. You could have retired on $1 million, well, maybe not completely, but it would help a lot, and she just spent it. My brother continues to abuse me and attempts to control my life, while my parents ignore his harassment. Hello everyone. Sorry that I haven't posted in a while. I've been rather busy lately with work and home life, as well as organizing family events. On a side note, I've seen people claiming that I'm a trauma troll. I assure you that I'm not. I wouldn't be posting on here if that was the case. This is a place for true stories and seeking help. I'll start off with some good news. I recently got my license and my job's been paying more and I've been making a lot of friends there. I will be moving out to another state next year with my partner. This is a definite and won't be changing. Life hasn't been great. My brother is getting more and more unstable and lashing out at the most smallest inconvenience. It doesn't matter if it's in public or not. For example, he could have someone stand in front of him in a queue and physically attack them just because they stood in front of him. He's gotten more impatient and is treating me even worse. My brother has also increased his hatred for me enjoying anime. I sometimes like to listen to music from my favorite anime, to which I jump around and imagine myself and the characters I write about in fight scenarios against villains, as well as openings to an anime and manga I want to create someday. He hates this and repeatedly hits the walls in an attempt to disrupt me. Recently, I was dancing around and imagining a scenario when he did it again. I opened my door to tell him to stop, and he physically attacked me, scratching, punching, and even biting. I pushed him away and yelled at him to get away from me. My dad heard this and stomped down to me and listened to me and my brother's side of the stories. He believed my brother and screamed at me for attempting to start sh*t when everyone was trying to sleep. He didn't even stop my brother from teasing me and insulting me right behind him. The next day, I tried watching the first episode of Ashi no Ko, which was an anime that I'd been waiting to see for a long time. I got through most of the episode when my parents got home around the scene where a character dies. They began rummaging through a bag, which snapped me out of the trance I was sitting in while watching this. My brother saw this as a good opportunity to begin harassing me for enjoying anime, while my parents couldn't hear him over the rummaging. I paused it and waited for them all to leave the room. He took notice of this and stalled my parents for as long as he possibly could. When they eventually did, I went back to watching. My brother heard this and walked out to me and continued insulting me for enjoying anime, telling me to stop bashing ***t and to stop acting like a jerk. He completely ruined the music I was going to listen to, as I deeply enjoy the opening/ending themes. I told him to stop and go away, to which he guilt-tripped me to a point where I eventually yelled at him to leave. My mother heard this and accused me of throwing a tantrum. I went to my room and cried. The day after, he tried shoving his way past me to get his toothbrush and yelled at me to shut up when I told him to leave. When I eventually finished and turned around, he kicked me in the back and punched me, and I quickly left. In the same evening, after I'd finished work and was about to brush my teeth and sleep, he was walking to his room and quickly dropped his water bottle onto the ground. He then rushed inside the bathroom. I got there first, and he shoved me out of the way and nearly into the bathtub. I pushed him back, and he called me a fat. I'd been watching my weight, and this comment deeply hurt me. He's recently even told me how much he hates my partner just because I'm happy and enjoying my life. My partner was throwing a party last weekend, and I was planning on going. Learning of this, my brother faked being sick to stop me from going. Sadly, my partner and their mother both have major health issues. My parents prevented me from leaving, and my brother teased me about it. The day after the party, he teased me again for not being able to go, and attempted to start a fight with me. Later on, he tried to start another fight with me and screamed at me to K off because I asked him if he knew the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise while he was watching Revenge of the Sith. He even attempted to start another fight with me when I placed my plate in the dishwasher before him. I've also recently began paying my parents' board, since I've acquired enough money to comfortably pay them with my new job. Their response to this was that it wasn't enough, and that they paid their parents more in board. I even started putting some money away in my savings account, to which they said I was putting too much into it and I needed to stop. I can't wait to leave my house and travel away with my partner. To the people who've previously commented on my other posts, I've listened to all your advice, and thanks for your suggestions with the people I should either talk to and/or call. Thanks again. Has it never occurred to you to record or film any of this and show it to them? Also, when you move out, don't tell them just move out, let the police know that you are not missing. Go and see with everyone involved. At the end of the day, if your parents don't hold your brother accountable for his actions, the law definitely will eventually will. I would go above your parents and press charges for assault. Are you an adult? If not, call CPS on your parents. That isn't a safe environment for you. My brother was just like this and escalated to attempts at murdering me, seriously, and gross bodily harm. Yeah, this isn't good. When I was about 11, everybody except like 4 people in my class insulted me almost every day, and some of them went far enough to actually try and kill me, but nobody would listen, and to this day I still don't have anybody that believes much of these stories. Thankfully, I never met any of these people again, and I don't know what they are doing now. Use earbuds while listening to your music and watching your anime. At least there won't be any noise while people are trying to sleep. Stop engaging with your brother and be sure to have other people around when you can't avoid him. Also, stop listening to your parents. You can give whatever amount you feel comfy if there is no set agreement, though honestly, I probably wouldn't, and start saving up to leave ASAP and go low contact. Make sure you have all your important documents socked away where your brother especially can't touch it, and be sure to take those with you when you leave. Not allowed to get food, water, or go to the bathroom at night? I'm just wondering if this is normal now that I think about it. Technically no rules against it, and also my dad keeps track of my footsteps, or if I'm being too loud by my footstep pace at a certain time, he will scream and yell about how it's different stuff, how I'm the worst child ever. I get genuine fear about him walking through the halls. Sometimes I need to go to the bathroom multiple times a night depending on how much I drink, and he'll be mad at me. For being awake, being too loud, being blank blah 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 whatever. The weird thing is, my dad should be happy I go to the bathroom at night. I'm a bedwetter. Almost daily, all accidental. I'm growing out of it, and it's just puberty, I guess. So he'll get mad at me for having accidents, take away bed and stuff like that will help. Not let me have a mattress protector, but then also not let me go to the bathroom? Where's the logic? Anyways, whatever. Did anyone else feel this way around their parents? No. That's not normal. Or okay. You should never be afraid of doing anything in your home, regardless of your age or the time of day. He's being abusive, and it's not okay for him to be yelling about you doing anything at night, especially when you're conquering something as emotionally devastating as bedwetting. Hell, wanna bet he's the main source of the bedwetting? That's the kind of thing that just doesn't come from nowhere. If you're truly not allowed to get out of bed at night, that could be why you wet the bed. Certain rules ingrained into our brains will wreak havoc on our sleeping bodies. If it wasn't a big deal to get up for potty breaks, your body may never have been taught to wet the bed, or you may have grown out of bed wetting sooner. Nothing normal about this weird form of abuse. For some people, it is normal to get up at night. You should research the sleep habits of old, or polyphasic sleep. There are plenty of documents referring to 2 phases of sleep, with about an hour of wakefulness before the second phase, and depending on situation, many things were done at that time. So you getting up to use the restroom or have a drink of water is perfectly normal and should be acceptable, but you have a controlling and downright mean-sounding father. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this illogical situation, and I really think that you are going to be traumatized by this and end up resenting your father from his ridiculous treatment. My family was crazy, but never that extreme, and I was a bedwetter as a kid too. My grandparents got me a mattress cover for me and left some light in the hall so I could see my way to the bathroom. This is abuse, and your dad can get in trouble for it. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.